Hey everybody, it's Avi Tenenbaum, and I'm going to be telling you a story about these pieces of paper. If you stick with me the next few minutes, if you want to learn more about me, check me out on psychotraumaunit.com. I'm in a bit of a serious mood, and I have some little stories to share since October 7th. On October 7th, when Hamas invaded Israel, we realized it wasn't just a regular skirmish. We're used to the skirmishes back and forth between Gaza and Israel. And this was something different, especially as a first responder. I'm getting information, even though it's a holiday, from all around the country. And I understand this is not the regular thing. This is something else. And I realized that there's an invasion, and we start preparing because maybe the invaders are going to come to the capital, which is what invaders usually do. And that was actually the plan of Hamas, was to get to Jerusalem. And at some point when I was able to and ready, I went to my commander here in the neighborhood and I said, what's our plan? What are we going to do when the invaders come? And I wasn't asking him, what is our operational plan? But I was asking him, what is our plan emotionally when they come? Like, what's the vision? What's the perspective that we're taking with us, and we're going and fighting with that perspective? And he said to me something that I wrote down on this piece of paper. I'm going to bring it closer for a moment. And it says, believe in yourself fully and you will win. That's what my commander said, and that's exactly what I came to him for. I wanted something to take with me, that no matter where I am, if I'm outnumbered, I'm outgunned, I'm worried, there's many more of them than me, I'm by myself. Believe in yourself fully, and you will win. That was what I came to the commander for, and that's exactly what he gave me, so that was great. I needed that message, and I wrote it on a piece of paper right away. I folded it up into a square like this, and I put it in my ammo pouch. I wanted to take that with me on my tactical vest, aside from bullets, aside from tourniquets, because if you believe in yourself fully, no matter what's going on around you, if you stay sharp, you stay focused, and you believe in yourself fully, you will win. And that is something that a number of first responders took with them that day, and they won. And sometimes that victory looked like they survived, and sometimes it looked like they were killed, but they saved other people. So what victory looks like is up to God's hands, but knowing that no matter what happens, you're your greatest asset. And when you rely on yourself fully, and you trust in yourself, and you believe in yourself all the way, and you use whatever it is that you have, including nothing, and you get out there and you do what you have to do, if you believe in yourself fully, you will win. I thought that was so powerful, and I put that in my vest. But the next thing I put in my vest was this piece of paper. Let me just bring it closer for a moment. And what that paper is a tiny little picture that one of my kids made. Thank God we have a few kids. And right before October 7th, one of the kids drew me this little picture. Not even sure what it is, but it doesn't make a difference. And for me, it's symbolic of my family. In the beginning of the war, I didn't want my family around. Nobody had any idea if we were going to be able to stop the invasion or not, and I wanted them out of here as fast as possible. I was going to stay to fight, and I would fight to the last bullet. And if enough of us do that, we can overpower any invader and protect ourselves. I was willing to stay at all costs with whatever I had, no matter what. My family didn't want me to stay and them to be somewhere safe, far away. They would worry about me. Nobody knew what was going to happen next. So they made a decision to stay. I refused to leave this place and go, and they refused to split up with me, so we all stayed. And this picture reminded me why it's worth fighting at all costs no matter if the chips are down, no matter if you're outnumbered, outgunned, no matter what happens, you have a family, they're waiting for you. That doesn't mean that you don't go out and fight. Because if the people who are supposed to fight don't go out and fight, then what good are we? That's our job. That's who society relies on. They need leaders. They need sheepdogs that go out and fight. People that are willing to go into danger with whatever it is that they have, no matter what the circumstance, and set things right as best as possible. But it's very easy to get overwhelmed and to lose focus and to say that they're stronger than us and they're better than us and they came more prepared and they have the elements of surprise. So this is why we fight. We fight for our families. We make sure to be extra sharp and extra careful, not to take unnecessary risks, to be professional. So I also put this in my ammo pouch together with the green paper. Fast forward a few months, and it was around 11:30 at night, and Iran did a direct attack on Israel, and there were 350 munitions sent at Israel. My family was sleeping, and I, always being involved in disaster work and being a first responder, being involved in emergency preparedness, I knew exactly what was going on, and more than I wanted to know, and I knew that all of these munitions were on the way. I couldn't fall asleep if I wanted to, and I was also making preparations together with other first responders for direct hits, mass casualty events. Maybe invaders would use the guise of this destruction to come in and attack us on the ground. Anyhow, it was a challenging time. And as the Allied forces in Israel were busy blowing up these munitions, my walls were shaking. I should have really recorded it. The walls were shaking in an unusually powerful way. The windows were almost shattering. There's something about explosions that they get really deep under your skin. And maybe we'll make a different video about that at a different time. And I'm used to rocket fire, and I've been under attack of rockets, but this is like rockets plus plus plus. Anyhow, I needed to also, once again, gather my thoughts, stay focused, make a plan. And so I took this paper and I wrote on it the following. And it says, focus on my family. And then I wrote equal sign. What does it mean to focus on my family? A time to demonstrate calm faith. So focus on my family. Avi, stay focused. Right now, they're busy attacking your area with 350 flying ballistic missiles, UAVs. Stay focused on your family because they come first. And it's a time to demonstrate calm, because if you're calm, then the people around you are going to be calm. And faith. Why faith? Because faith is what gives a narrative and a perspective and a context to the whole thing. And if you don't believe in a God, and if you don't believe in something bigger than yourself, and if you don't have faith in yourself, then you have nothing. And you just sink into panic, and you fail. And you fail as a leader. And how dare I get married and have children and not lead them through the difficult times? I'm the leader. I ask them to come into the world and join me on this journey. It's my responsibility as a father to lead. Similarly, as a first responder in multiple organizations, during difficult times, it's our job to lead. We have to go out without the script being written and write the script. There's a video, and with this I'll finish. There's to me, a crazy video out of Kiev during the Ukraine-Russia war where you see Ukrainian police watching a Shahed Iranian drone fly in over their heads in Kiev. And Kiev has been a place that I've been to over a dozen times. I have friends that live there. And you see the police officers with their patrol rifles pointing it up and trying to shoot down the Shahed drone. And then it zips over their head and it blows up. And I thought, wow, that's crazy. It's so surreal. The idea that a police officer has to shoot down a drone with a Kalashnikov rifle in a place full of people. This is not the front lines of a war somewhere out in a desert. It's in the middle of a populated city with men, women, children, elderly, sick. And your job is to stand with whatever you have and do whatever you can against whatever they throw at you. And that was a very symbolic video that I saw. On October 7th, I saw Facebook posts. I saved some of them even, that are just unbelievable. People posting on Facebook things like, my sister is stuck, barricaded in a room with 20 other people. There are terrorists outside with RPGs, grenades, and machine guns. What should she do? Like, that's not something you ask on a Facebook group. And then other people were giving advice. Security professionals were writing back on Facebook and they were passing those messages. Barricade the doors. Fight with whatever you have. So, that's surreal. That's crazy. Maybe in a different video also one day we'll make a video about Anar Shapira and his amazing story in a bomb shelter. There's just a lot of people that, to go back to the first message and with this we'll finish, no matter what happened on October 7th, they believed in themselves and they won. What winning looks like is different in each scenario. There was another woman, Inbal Lieberman. Amazing stories of heroes that they believed in themselves and they used whatever they had fully. Right? They believed in themselves fully. They were their own biggest asset and they won. Whatever you're going through, whether it's an invasion, financial crisis, a problem between a husband and wife, whatever it might be, and it's larger than life, and it's beating you down, and it's terrible, remember to believe in yourself fully, and you will win. Thank you, guys.